Sometimes you got to sell what's working. And it was.
Now, see, Brandy?
It was.
We got something that'll sell when
Now, Brandy, what is your price?
No, it ain't even that. Brandy, this woman ain't even part of the team. And she done told the truth up in this piece.
It was the least manipulative sex I've ever had. And it was wonderful.
That's it. You took the middle.
That's what's missing in the world, and it's honesty. It's like stuff like that, what she said and what I said, it just sounds crazy to the common folk.
Right.
But for people who are not trying to be in the bind, the way society has you trapped, there's an outlet for women if you're willing to do it, and I can help you.
Your yoni is your Christ,
But it
your
sounds like-
Messiah.
but
it will save you.
But don't make a career out of it.
Okay, so listen.
Yeah.
So listen.
Get enough money to get on your feet.
You got to take your God hole and turn it into a man hole. You don't want to do that.
Wow. Take your God hole
Turn it
and
into
turn
a
it
man
into
hole.
a man hole. So listen, we have a reverend to bring on after that profound statement.
Oh, I pity him.
Money is productive.
Heaven help him.
War without money is foolish.
Byron Davis is on the line with us right now. He's got to come save us
Save us.
from this chicanery.
ourselves.
Save us from ourselves.
It's tomfoolery.
He says manipulation can be good. Former American record holder, Ironman, career coach, and founder of the Epic Life Project, Byron has a gift for helping people and, getting them unstuck and transforming their lives and, developing their passions and careers and, love life and all of that. You know what he does. Byron, come save us from ourselves and manipulation. Talk to us. I know you've been listening to the chicanery that's been going on here. Please go deeper into
Yeah,
manipulation.
manipulate us out of this bind.
Well, first of all, I want to say thank you for letting me be part of the conversation. I love the fact that this topic is on the table, manipulation.
Yeah.
Because I think the way, first of all, I believe the same as Dr. Lynette, who said that manipulation is maneuvering something. It's amoral. Okay, it's neither good or bad. We use the tool for good or bad. So let's just kind of put that on the table. And basically, one thing that we haven't talked about yet is how we as people, humans, manipulate ourselves.
Go deeper.
Yeah, I think that it's important for us in order to understand how to, because manipulation is a necessary tool for human survival. Okay, it's something that we need to have. All of us do it. All of us are impacted by it. We call it by different names: collaborative conversation, engagement, cooperation, teamwork. All of these things are derivatives of manipulation. I do certain things, you respond. Jazz artists and our poets have known this for a long time. When we connect with someone on an emotional level during an experience, like you and I are playing an instrument, we feed off of each other. We are manipulating each other. In fact, if we do it well enough, we're taking each other's game to another level. So this whole idea of manipulation, being good or bad, I say let's first learn how to manipulate ourselves, be masters of ourselves. Then we're better able to bring our authentic self to the equation, to the context.
Well, that was Byron, that was very eloquent and beautiful and cliche, by the way.
And above our pay grade here.
But what I'd like to know is, as a reverend, have you noticed the manipulation, the immoral manipulation of the church, especially with regards to black women, seeing that 85% of African-American women are in churches, the men aren't there. Are pastors manipulating the sisters? Go deeper.
And let's say, generally speaking, and Big Mama was right, though.
Big Mama wasn't bullshitting.
It was right what you said earlier. It's how we use, misuse, or abuse that makes all the difference in the world. And so, there are, and again, you got to think about the traditional black church is driven, traditionally, stereotypically speaking, by an alpha male. An alpha male, a very charismatic person, a person who can evoke, provoke, and motivate to a certain extent. Now, if that person decides to use it not for the good, not for God, but for selfish motives and selfish gain, then again, it goes to show that, yes, you can use this tool for evil.
Wow, good point. Panel?
Do you take up a collection at your church?
Of course.
Let me say this. I am not a preaching pastor of a church. What I've done, I recognize that my call is to help people understand who they are in the context of God, and so that's why I launched the Epic Life Project. So let me share the context as well, because I also believe that context determines experience.
Ooh, go deeper.
So my context is not in the traditional black church context.
Oh, I like that. That's good. Way to maneuver.
Rev, I'm gonna need to hear the difference. I'm gonna need to hear the difference.
I agree. He manipulated the shit out of me right now.
I got a lot of pain. I'm gonna need to hear the difference between what would be the difference between your construct and the common black church construct.
Okay, so the common black church. I'll try to keep it brief. Back when we as African Americans were not African Americans, we were slaves. One of the only positions of authority and of education was the pastor. The only position of intellectual freedom that black people were allowed to have came within the context of the church. So pretty soon, very quickly, that person who learned how to read, that person who learned how to use speech and rhythm and pattern and narrative in order to manipulate emotions and feelings to help us embrace hope to get by, those people or persons rose to a position of prominence. Okay, so that's how the black church, grew. And the reason why more African American women still to this day make up the vast majority of the African American church
is because men run on logic.
Exactly.
Question.
Exactly.
Question. Have you did go to seminary school? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So then you are aware that Jesus, the Jesus story, was told 12 times in history. Thousands of years before
Jeff
Jesus.
was going to go in. I knew it.
I'm just asking.
I told Linda. I said, as soon as you
yes
book
or
the
no.
reverend,
So yes
Jeff's
or no.
gonna go in.
Yes or no, Rev. If you know that, and you are not teaching your congregation that Dionysus and Horus and the other 10
Mithra
and Zoroaster, all of these
Krishna, Buddha,
that all of these stories come before Jesus, are you not being somehow manipulative if you don't say that on Sunday?
But most black preachers.
Well,
they gonna fuck up their money now.
First of all, you're making an assumption.
No, I'm not. I didn't assume anything. I said I'll say it again. In seminary school, did they teach you that there are 10 men who have names before Jesus who have that story thousands of years before him? Yes or no?
In most seminaries, they do not teach that.
Oh,
now,
that's the
I've
problem.
heard that. Yes. So if the question
Are you aware of that? Is this the first time you've heard that?
The question is, do they teach that in traditional Western seminary? The answer is no.
Whoops, my bad.
Now,
have you ever heard this before?
Yes.
Okay. Do you believe it to be true?
I knew it. He was just going to grind down. I just knew it.
Yeah, I
believe that to be true.
This is where I'm different than other traditional black pastors.
So yes or no?
I believe
yes
that the
or no?
Okay, we're going to pull. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to step in because I heard somebody say, get him off him.
Okay.
I'm going to pull Jeff
Put
off.
me back in the cage.
I'm going to pull Jeff off.
But
Bobby?
how about this? So we can stay on task. If you want me to come back on the show to talk about this specific topic, I'll be open to it.
Yes,
Excellent.
absolutely.
Excellent. But stay with us.
I'll
We're going
be
to a
here
quick
then,
break. Bobby has a point to take us out really quickly.
Yeah.
Quick, Bobby.
Has there been anybody since Jesus that had a job? He was a carpenter last I checked.
Exactly.
Damn it, Bobby, that's what you was
I believe in that.
We'll be back at 2.2. This shit is getting crazy. The ZWMS Morning Show. We talking about manipulation, and once we get on religion, off the rails we go. We'll be back at 2.2.
How he has a rap career is beyond me. I don't get it. And he takes his shirt off. Oh my God, he looks like 50 pounds of chewed Tootsie Rolls. All right. Now, you are in white fashion. You know white boys always leave the house like they're going to help somebody move. To enlist and defend the horrible hoes. There are some horrible people. And what you need to do is start policing your own. All right, hit me this morning on Facebook. A black woman posted something about how they are opening their options up to date out of their race, and they don't care if black men are angry. Ladies, black ladies who are watching the show, I had great news for you. We don't give a shit. We don't care. We don't care. Go and be free. I don't know if you've checked, but last time I checked, there is no great American black woman shortage. Go. Other than the Nation of Islam, there are no brothers losing any sleep about who you screw. If the 8 out of 10 of you, we're tired of. 8 out of 10 of you. We have just, in the words of Tommy Lee, the famous, fantastic drummer for Motley Crue, when asked about Pamela Anderson, you show me the finest woman in the world, and I'll show you a man that's tired of her shit. Okay? We don't care. You're not getting even with us. Stop trying to pull even with us. We are beneath you. Men are beneath you. That's why it's not okay to fuck like we do. When is the last time you had to talk a man into fucking you? Pussy is earned, dick isn't. That's the difference, okay? When is the last time you had to wash your car and cut your hair and look like you had some money and look like you were interested in our gender-specific shit just long enough to get in our pants? You don't have to do that. You don't even have to show up clean. If you're fine enough, we'll bathe you before we fuck you.
Wow.
We don't care. I'm done. I think
The intellectual rant, ladies and gentlemen, crazy. We got to get back to the topic.
Okay.
What you got for me, Bobby?
Now, she went to the ladies' room, right?
And freshened up.
Manipulated.
Yes.
Shut this
Motherfucker down.
It's hot. It's a lot of body.
Let the milk pillows out in stereo, did you?
Yeah.
Oh my God! I'm telling you, there's something about them. My wife got them teacups. I love teacup
Yes,
titties. Okay,
indeed.
the big ones,
Little handfuls of
Yes.
just lusciousness.
Can I keep going for a second? Those of you with huge titties, fellas, young dude on the booth, understand that big titties do not end well. Gravity. Maybe if she lived on the moon, but I've never seen a set of double D's that didn't wind up looking like a pair of Bozo shoes over her shoulder. They end bad. Stay with the teacups. Stay with the teacups.
I mean, it looked like Rolos without the chocolate.
Oh my God.
Big titties in the summertime stank like a mug.
Yeah.
Chest and meat touch.
Yeah. You got to get them meat flaps up and get up onto that better.
Oh my goodness. Can we?
I'd rather stand up there and
Can
do
we?
Can I get it?
Can we come
Can we
back?
get back on
Can we-
Oh, hey, Rev, I didn't know you was there. I'm talking about teacup titties and
Reverend.
everything.
Hey, Reverend. Hey, you let me run my show the way I want, brother. There's a bunch of jokes going on here, and you don't get to interfere. You
That's
try
right.
to manipulate.
You better shake the dust from your feet.
You manipulate your parishioners, but you don't manipulate
That's
over
right.
here.
You better let these swine run on in the river.
And you just wait until I bring you back in here, Reverend.
You're going to paradise.
Yeah. I thought he was going to answer Is he back with my answer to my question? Or are we on that?
He got an
Streets
answer.
of Dave would go.
Let's ask him if he has an answer to your question, Jeff.
Yes.
What was that question?
I'll refresh the question. If you are aware that this is empirical evidence, factual evidence, that there are 10 versions of the Jesus story before the Jesus that generally black churches preach about, parenthetically, the name Jesus starts with a J.
Okay, Jeff.
Jesus
Shorten
is
it up,
2,000 years old. The letter J is only 900. That aside, if you are aware that there are 10 versions of this, and you do not tell your congregation, when I say Jesus, I could mean Dionysus or Horus, isn't that a form of manipulation? Yes or no?
Lying, basically.
Yeah, or
if
that.
you know,
You go that
if
way.
you know the knowledge and you don't,
Where's my
if you
grandma?
know the knowledge and you don't deliver it to your people, are you manipulating?
Come back for that, but I want to hear it.
Reverend, what he's asking, let me translate this into
This is-
Whitey thing.
yes,
No, what
Whitey.
he's asking, no, what he's asking. This
I'm talking to a black man. You don't have to do that, but go ahead.
No,
You know what I'm saying.
No. What I, no,
You know good and hell well what I'm saying.
no, yeah, what he's saying is, why should I believe, trust, or have confidence in you?
Good stuff.
Is he there?
Yeah,
Byron?
I'm there. I'm just trying to. I'm trying to make sure that I stay on point with the answer.
No, it's not you. It's not you personally. It's the view about how religion has manipulated maybe as many people as it's helped. So
Clean it up, Doc. I love it.
So let me answer
forget
this
about it.
Yeah, the man.
again, because it's a loaded question. We can agree to that because you already have an endpoint
Yes,
and a
all of
position
my
that you want
questions
to
are loaded.
establish.
They're manipulative.
So
They're loaded with facts.
your question was very coercive. Agreed?
Say again?
Just answer the question.
Your question was coercive. No, the reason why, again, we have to establish context in order to give a great answer. I'm not trying to run around the answer.
Sounds like it, but
Okay, so the question was coercive. Basically, you give me an endpoint. Now, I would agree personally. I would say yes, you are correct.
okay.
Now, if I'm speaking for the black church, if I'm the voice right now on this panel for the
just your
general
church.
Christian church, I would argue no, it's not coercive.
No.
But I personally believe it is.
Okay.
Well,
thank
back
you.
up.
Thank you. Can we get back to the topic,
Yeah,
Jeff?
yes.
This is
Because I didn't ask him about the entire black church. I asked you about this Sunday. Just
No,
okay.
We can't reel you in.
No, okay.
Yeah, let's do the because honestly I think it's for the value of the viewer.
Yeah.
For people who really want to know this,
They want to
we
know.
should do a show on this, not necessarily.
No, we've done a show on
We've done a show on
it.
it.
We've done a show.
It's a
He
real
just wanted to
simple
see if
question.
you were going to answer the
Yeah, we
question.
were gonna see if you
and
was
there's been
gonna
a lot
come
of
straight down the
tap
street.
dancing going on.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to move on.
He's ill prepared to tell the truth.
So what was my answer as a recap?